High blood pressure is called the silent killer for a reason. It's the #1 risk factor for stroke, heart attack, and kidney failure worldwide. Almost 1 in 3 adults on the planet has it, and after the age of 60, more than half of people are living with hypertension or on medication. Here's the part that still shocks me. Globally, high blood pressure is estimated to cause about 10 million deaths every single year. That's more than cancer, more than traffic accidents, more than almost anything else we fear. And yet, this morning, at 63 years old, my blood pressure was 113/77. No medication, no crash diet. Just a way of eating and living I call the middle path diet. In this video, I'll share with you why my numbers look more like someone 30 years younger, and how you can move your own blood pressure in the right direction without extremes. I'm 63 years old, and my blood pressure this morning was 113/77. No medication, no magic supplements. Just food, rhythm, and a way of living I call the middle path diet. To put it in perspective, the global average for people in their 40s is about 125/80. By the 50s, it rises closer to 130/85. And by the 60s, averages are often in the 135 to 140 range, with diastolic in the low 80s. So at my age, with a reading of 113/77, I'm not just in the normal range. I'm below the global average for people decades younger. That's not luck. That's rhythm. Most healthcare guidelines agree that a normal reading is anything below 120/80. Once you cross 130/80, doctors call it elevated, and at 140/90, it's defined as hypertension. Here's the reality. By the time people reach their 60s, the majority of adults around the world are either already in the hypertension range or taking medication to control it. Surveys across many countries show that more than half of adults over 65 live with high blood pressure or are under treatment. So when I tell you that my reading is 113/77 at 63 years old, that's not just fine. It's well below the average for my age group. In fact, it's closer to what you'd expect from a healthy 40-year-old. That's why I wanted to make this video. Not to boast, but to explore how rhythm, food, and consistency can shape our health far more than extreme diets or quick fixes. So let's talk about what I call the middle path diet. The middle path diet is not a strict prescription. It's not keto forever, or vegan forever, or count calories forever. It is a rhythm built from 3 repeating phases. The first phase is what I call the sugar storm. For about 2 or 3 weeks, you eat sugars and refined carbs quite freely. That sounds counterintuitive, but here's the point. You can't let go of something until you've truly felt its effects. By leaning into sugar, you experience the crashes, the cravings, the fog. It's not about moderation at this stage. It's about awareness. The second phase is the cleanup. Here you eliminate the processed carbs, cut the sugar, and give your body a chance to reset. This looks like a keto-inspired approach. Healthy fats like olive oil, proteins like fish or chicken, and plenty of vegetables. You drink lots of water because your body flushes fluids quickly when you cut carbs. Think of this like sweeping the floor clean. The third phase is carb recycling, and this is where the balance comes in. You spend 1 week in keto, then 3 weeks enjoying healthy carbs, fruits, legumes, whole grains, root vegetables. You cycle between these states, giving your body metabolic flexibility. It's not punishment. It's not deprivation. It's rhythm, like breathing in and breathing out. And if you want to go deeper into the middle path diet itself, the phases, the rhythm, and how to apply it, tell me in the comments. I'll create a full episode just on that. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. And if you found this helpful, hit like and drop your own questions below. The more you share, the more we can grow this into a true community of health and balance. Now, how does this way of eating affect blood pressure? Let's break it down simply. First, salt. Most of the sodium we consume does not come from the salt shaker. It comes from processed foods. Packaged sauces, canned soups, frozen meals, cured meats. Too much salt makes your body hold on to water, like turning up the tap in your plumbing system. That extra volume increases the pressure in your arteries. The middle path diet naturally reduces processed food and hidden salt. Second, minerals. Potassium and magnesium are nature's relaxants. They help blood vessels expand, like loosening a tight knot. Fresh vegetables, legumes, nuts, and fruits are packed with these minerals. The more plants you eat, the more your arteries relax. Third, inflammation and vessel flexibility. When your diet is loaded with healthy fats, leafy greens, and less sugar, your arteries stay supple instead of stiff. Imagine an old garden hose. Stiff hoses crack and leak under pressure, while flexible hoses can handle the flow. Fourth, weight and insulin sensitivity. Even a small reduction in body weight can reduce blood pressure. Excess sugar and processed carbs drive insulin resistance and belly fat. Cycling through keto and carb weeks keeps your metabolism responsive and your weight stable. And this isn't just my opinion. Clinical studies across different regions consistently show that dietary patterns like the DASH diet and the Mediterranean diet reduce blood pressure. On average, people see drops of 2 to 5 points in their readings. That might not sound like much, but across decades, it's enough to dramatically cut the risk of heart attacks and strokes. So when I see my reading at 113/77, I don't see a miracle. I see years of consistent rhythm. I see the effect of whole foods, simple meals, mindful salt use, and balance. Now, let me be clear. I haven't always eaten this way. In my 40s, I chased quick fixes. Low fat for a while, then low carb. Then strict calorie counting. Every extreme led to burnout. The middle path came when I stopped chasing perfection and started thinking about rhythm. Sugar storms, cleanups, carb cycles, repeat. That rhythm became sustainable. Let's pause and look again at the numbers. Health organizations worldwide agree. Normal means under 120/80. Hypertension is 140/90 or higher. The average for people in their 60s is well above mine. That makes 113/77 a small but meaningful victory. Not because I'm younger than I am, but because I've given my arteries a fighting chance to stay healthy as I age. And here's something important. The middle path isn't only about food. 3 other quiet practices support my blood pressure. Daily movement, even something as simple as walking. Resistance training, because strong muscles protect the heart and keep blood vessels responsive. And occasional intermittent fasting, not every day, but just enough to give the body rest. Together, these practices work in harmony with the diet. If you'd like me to make a future video diving deeper into movement, resistance training, or fasting, drop a comment below. Tell me which one you're most curious about, and I'll share my own experience. So here's my invitation to you. Try a middle path week. Don't jump into extremes. Just take 1 week where you avoid processed sugar and packaged food. Eat vegetables. Eat simple proteins. Use olive oil instead of processed sauces. Keep dinner your lightest meal. And if you want to see the effect, measure your blood pressure before and after the week. Morning and evening. Write it down. If you're already on medication, don't stop. Work with your doctor. But even with medication, lifestyle changes matter. And if your numbers are creeping up, this experiment may show you just how much food shapes the way your blood flows. At 63, I don't think of my blood pressure as just a number. It's a daily reminder that consistency beats intensity. Food isn't just calories. It's medicine. But more than that, it's practice. Every meal is a chance to balance, to reset, to breathe in and out. So if you try this experiment, let me know your results. Share your numbers, your surprises, your setbacks. Let's compare notes and learn together. At my age, I'm not chasing magic bullets. I'm not expecting perfection. I'm practicing rhythm. And that rhythm, the middle path, is what keeps my pressure steady, my arteries supple, and my life moving forward with energy. Keep your life in balance.